Hello and welcome to another edition of the Plus One segment. And today we got Joey from the Item here with us. And also we are joined by Lynn English, head football coach Ty McDonald. What is going on, fellas?
Going on?
Hey, man. Another day. Joey, we're like a couple weeks away from the playoffs.
I know. We're thinking about the playoffs. We're thinking about Thanksgiving. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good time. Ty, what's going on? How you doing?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Everything is good. Everything is good. All right, Ty, you guys are on a 3-game winning streak right now, playing really well, playing some good football right now. Just, what's kind of been the keys to this winning streak?
I just think first 2 weeks, Shane's never played quarterback, so legit, he couldn't even throw a ball for 6 months. So now it's starting to click as far as his mechanics and not being able to have to just run the ball the whole time. Now he can actually throw it, and he gets better every week. But it's like a constant work thing with me and him and our other quarterback coach, Jordan Brown, and then our backup, Josiah Peralta. Between us four, it's nonstop work when we're in individual period, and it obviously transfers to team period and then the game. So over time, he just gets better. It's kind of it's not weird because he's I've said it before, he's so athletic. He just picks things up fast, but that's kind of just what it's been the last 3 weeks. He's able to throw the ball now, and obviously he can run the ball. So him being able to throw the ball and then having Bochamp with them two, it's a 1-2 punch. But now we're starting to be able to get guys the ball on the perimeter and then down the field too. So he's a work in progress still. He can be much better throwing the ball, but yeah, that's kind of what it is. And then on top of just good coaching, I got a good staff, so everyone's being coached well. I give a lot of credit to Drew Shears and then offensive coordinator Matt Griffin. Those dudes, it's a collective effort, but those dudes, they've been getting after it the last 3 months, I'd say. But now it's starting to come together because we're actually winning games, and that's really the secret, honestly.
Yeah, go ahead, Joey.
Yeah, Coach, you touched upon your relationship with Tyler. You guys are always putting in extra work. Obviously, a quarterback yourself, great one back in the day. How is your approach different with him, and do you think it helps him that you're able to offer some insight into the quarterback position?
Yeah, for sure. That's any kid, any sport, any coach you have that played and was good. It definitely helps as far as getting a kid ready to play a certain position. It's just you can't really imitate it because if you've done it before as a coach and now you got something similar to yourself with the player you're coaching, it makes it a lot easier because you kind of know. You know how he feels. You know how it feels, like the situations. But yeah, no, definitely. I definitely say that it helps for sure. It helps when you play it. It definitely helps. I'm not saying you have to have played because there's great coaches that have never played that develop great players, but it definitely helps for sure, 1,000%.
Go ahead, Joey, if you got another one.
Yeah, I'll ask another one. So, rightfully so. We've heard so much about Shane and Xavier, two of the best players in the state, in my opinion. I'd be surprised if people don't think that. But during this 3-game winning streak, who are some of the glue guys? Who are some of the other players making an impact that maybe people don't hear about as much?
Yeah, there's a bunch, but start with offense. Jason Prosper. Jamal Boyd, Datari Brown, Aiden Soto, Nate Condi. That's the whole starting O-line, and then we got some guys that actually are younger guys that had to fill in over the couple weeks just because guys getting banged up, and just being able to come in and kind of hold it down as far as the blocking scheme up front. For O-line, that's really it. And then skills, we got 3 freshmen that are playing. But Makai Kirk, I've seen Makai I've known Makai for the last couple of years. I always knew he's explosive, but he's turned into a real good player. Then defensively, our backers, Greg Ray and Ryan Owen, they hold the defense together. Those guys they show up every day and they hold the defense together. And then also Jason McDonald on the back end, he's been a big help. We got a lot of young guys, but we got a lot of senior veteranship, I'd say. We got a lot of guys that played. They were playing before I got here. They were playing as sophomores. So when it comes down to like experience, it helps a bunch, especially with the young guys. Just as far as them being on the field with those guys and just helping them out when they did. Because for the young guys, even though they're good players, it's still they're 14, so it's new to them. It's not youth football. It's varsity football now. It's a whole different ball game. So just having that experience, and the guys I named, just being able to make the plays they've been making, no matter what it is, it definitely helps for sure.
Coach, it seems like you just talked about, your offense is starting to play a little better now. Does it seem like everything is starting to click for a lot of the guys that maybe the speed of the game was a little too fast for them early on, but now it's kind of slowed down and now things are starting to click at the right point in the season where you guys need them to, start making plays and, start maturing fast because this is an important stretch of the season?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'd say that. I feel like Marblehead was a good test. I scheduled that on purpose. And then obviously Swampscott, there's great coaches over there. Those kids are good players too. So those first 2 games and then even Peabody, I mean, that's still a well-respected program. So those first 3 games, I feel like once a few of the guys that weren't really involved, besides Shane and Beauchamp last year, started getting the ball offensively, those guys, they started catching up as far as the game speed and all that. They definitely the game's slowing down for sure for a couple of the young guys. Still a work in progress, though. We're still not perfect. We're not where we want to be as a team. We can be much better. But, yeah, I definitely say the game's slowing down for sure.
Medford coming in Friday.
Sorry, guys. I'm still driving. I'm just getting to the school now.
Oh, no worries.
I'll be able to look at the camera in a second.
Right. Medford coming in Friday. It's senior night. And you guys want to continue playing well and improving from what you did the prior week, right? But what are some of the challenges that you've seen from that Medford is going to give you guys from watching them on film?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah,
Mukala, I didn't hear you.
What are some of the challenges that Medford presents from watching them on film? What are some of the things that you've seen from them that's going to, present an issue for you guys that you guys are going to have to stay on top of in this matchup?
Yeah, well, we lost to them last year, so their line's big. They lost their quarterback, so it's not as big of a threat as it was last year. That kid was a good player, but he's still the quarterback they got this year. He can still move. He's a good athlete. But they do have a really good wide receiver, and we just got to best to slow him down. He's definitely going to make plays just because he's good. They're going to get him the ball. He's going to make plays. So that's pretty much all we could do and just play our best. If we play our best, I don't think anyone's going to slow down. I think we'll be able to score points. And then really defensively for me and the defensive coordinator this week, we just stressed it to the guys that we don't want to let up 30 points. We want to hold them to a goose egg, if anything. But the rest of our league play is you got to win. I mean, you got to win by 14 for the power rankings to get points. So we're going out there to score a bunch of points, and then we just want to slow those guys down, and then get ready for next week too as well. So we're looking to win, obviously. But yeah, that's really it. That's really the formula. Guys just got to show up and play, know their assignments, which they will. I'm not worried, but yeah, that's really it.
Yeah, Tyler, looking forward to this Friday's game. I'll be there, but I'm also thinking about next week against Everett. How big of a test is that, and what do you think the message would be heading into that one?
Oh, man, it's always going to be a huge test. It's Everett, so I mean, the message is to go out there and win. They lost the last three, but they were versus very good teams. So I know Coach DiLoretto from last year. He coached at Reading. He was the OC. I don't have a really good relationship with him, but we did speak after the game, and I know he's a great coach. So he's back in his hometown. I know he's going to get his boys ready to go, and we got to be ready as well. It's definitely a winnable game for us. But we got to show up. It's on a Saturday too, so it's a little different. It's more college style. This group of guys that I've been with, we haven't played on a weekend since I've been here, so it's going to be a challenge for sure. But we got to focus on this week and beating Medford to even get to that point. So it starts Friday, and then once Friday's over, if we win, then we prepare for Everett. We prepare for Everett no matter what, but it's going to be different. If you win, it's different. If you lose, I mean, it's kind of like all over playoff-wise. That's just how it goes. But if we win Friday, yeah, it's going to be a good challenge for sure. So we're looking forward to it. The guys are. I've spoken to them about it in the past, and they know it's at stake.
Absolutely. And my last question is just talking to you during the Thanksgiving game last year. I could tell how important that game, that day was to you. I'm assuming your excitement, even though it's a month away, is coming up, or are you just kind of taking things game by game?
Oh yeah, that game's always in the back of your head for everybody. It's not just me. It's even alumni. I know Mukala's thinking about it already too. So yeah, no, it's not like what I'm thinking about right now, but there's definitely thoughts throughout the year, throughout the season that I'm thinking about that game. I'm thinking about that game after Thanksgiving that prior year. So that's always the big one. It doesn't matter what record you have on that day, you got to win that game. So everybody that's played in that game knows that. It doesn't matter if it was 100 years ago or last year. Everybody knows. So that's always the big one. But yeah, no, I haven't brought it up to the guys yet. It's not that time yet. So we still got a couple weeks to go before we even think about it. But yeah, it's definitely always in the back of my mind for sure.
All right, Coach. Appreciate you for taking some time, before you get to practice. Friday, 6 p.m., correct? 6 p.m.'s kickoff?
Yes, sir. Senior night, too, so we'll be there early.
All right. Definitely.
I don't know if you guys care about that, but
right.
We'll be there early.
All right, so 6 p.m., senior night. Make sure you go out there, support the Dogs in this next home game. Is this the last? This the last home game for you guys, all right?
Only 3 home games this year. I mean, Thanksgiving's home, but we're considered the away team. It's still home. But
all right, so it won't be home again until Thanksgiving. So make sure you go out and support the Dogs. That's Coach McDonald. Appreciate you, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
All right. All right, folks, that was Lynn English head football coach Tyler McDonald. As we said, Friday, 6 p.m., senior night at Manning Field. They will be taking on Medford, looking to go 4-2 on the season. All right, Joey, we got some games to talk about. There's one tomorrow. It's a big one in the CAC between Kip Academy and Whittier Tech. Kip got the bye, getting healthy. Now it's that stretch of the season where they got to play, they play some good teams and they got to, string together these wins. They still got a good ranking spot in the postseason, but this is a good time for them. This is a good opportunity for them, I should say, to try to boost their rankings. First, what are your thoughts on Kip going to Whittier Tech tomorrow?
Looking forward to it. Definitely a good test for Kip, and it's also a good test for Whittier. I mean, very excited now that Kip is healthier and kind of coming in full force now. They've got just more ways to threaten, more ways to beat you, and I predict a close game. I like Kip not just being a homer here with Lynn, but I think Kip pulls it out, and like Tyler just told us, every game's important now with all these MIAA seedings coming out every Tuesday and Friday. So definitely looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, as you said, they're getting healthy too. Machado came back. Some of the other guys are back. So it's like everybody's back to their natural position. So this is definitely a good thing for Coach Rabbit and his staff that he's got his full arsenal at health.
Absolutely. I mean, Eli and Avon together, two very effective, strong players is better than one, and they've just been showing that. I think the first few weeks, if Eli, so much focus was on him, and rightfully so, and he played very well. But now, health is a good thing, and I'm just excited to see what they can do. I hope they can make a run.
Yeah, definitely. The Lynn Classical Rams back-to-back games. They've won. That's another team. They're getting healthy. They look like they've settled into Coach Smith's system. Down 14-0, and they were able to come back and win that game. That says a lot about the group and their resolve for being able to overcome a double-digit lead. What are your thoughts on how the Rams are playing these last couple of weeks? And it's a good time for them to be playing well too in the month of October.
Absolutely. I think with a new coach, Brian's been coaching for, more than 20 years, but anytime you get somewhere new, it's going to take a couple weeks. And after starting 0-4, now they've got 2 in a row. And I think that monkey's off their back that, they had to get that one. And now they've got 2. Very impressed with Charles Washington, very impressed with Dylan, very impressed with Naskey. So Coach Smith, talking to him after Saturday's game, he kept it honest. He said he wasn't thrilled with how his team played, and there are a lot of things to work on, and he was frustrated with a lot of things Saturday. But the important thing is a win's a win, and they're going to bring their A game Saturday against Revere Senior Day. So I'm interested to see if they can make it 3 in a row.
Too, but I do like that they're doing it as a collective. It's just not one singular player that's doing it. It's like there's a collective. It's a collective effort by that group, and I'm happy. I'm happy for those players. I'm really happy for those players. Rough start to the season, but they got it going. And like I said, winning builds confidence. So you can see the confidence. You can see their confidence building now. So I'm pretty sure they're going to go into Saturday morning, another home game Saturday morning against Revere with a lot of confidence. I'm happy for that group right now. Another group that bounced back, they've rebounded, St. Mary's Spartans. The running, that lethal running game was at full force. Rowan Merriman with over 200 yards on the ground. Tyron Hunt also had a good game on the ground as well. They got a much needed win. Lost 3 tough games that were very competitive and close, but it's good to bounce back, and now they're off to Philadelphia for a game.
Yeah, that's an exciting one. As for last week, after losing 3 in a row, you'd like to call that a must-win, and they did. Congratulations to Rowan Merriman. St. Mary's gave him the Athlete of the Week this week. Well-deserved, multiple touchdown game. And then, like we said, it was never really panic time for St. Mary's because their losses were tight and against good teams. But a response after a 3-game losing streak is important, and now they're back to 3-3, and another winnable game. Admittedly, I don't know too much about this team in Pennsylvania, but I definitely think St. Mary's has a chance. Just doing a little bit of research on both teams, so definitely pulling for them, and I'm hoping they can get it done in a different environment this weekend.
Anytime you can go out of state and play an opponent that you hardly ever see in a different environment, that's always good. So it's also good to show St. Mary's program and what they're capable of in a different state, and just showing another state what Massachusetts football is like. So hope they go out there and represent very well for not only for Lynn, but for the entire state of Massachusetts. Lynn Tech. They're on a roll, 4-1 right now. They're putting themselves in great position for a postseason. To get themselves a great spot in the postseason. 35-0. Defense played well. Sophomore Anthony Brown over 100 yards, and this week I think who they play, something. I forget that. I can't.
Monomoy.
Yeah. They're going all the way to the Cape. Ooh, that drive is not pretty. But the Tigers are 4-1. Another team getting help. It seems like health is the big conversation we're having here, or the big discussion here. But another team, they got Jadiel Ortega back. He came back from injury. Now they're fully loaded once again, going to the late stretch of the season.
Absolutely. Tech looked very complete last Friday. It was fun being there. And I think they were all fired up from senior day, which was, emotional for Coach Runner, too. He had told me it was kind of 5 or 6 years since they've had a senior night and won. So a great win for them. And he also told me that loss versus Saugus a few weeks ago, sometimes a loss can help. And I think it definitely did for Lynn Tech this past week. Because they responded, they were hungry, and they received contributions from everybody. I mean, Anthony Brown, Eddie Lewis, it was a nice game. And the O-line did its job, the D-line did its job, and they allowed 0 points. So there's not much more you can ask for. Good test in Monomoy over in Harwich. And I think also it's Coach Runner's birthday this weekend, so happy early birthday to Coach.
Today is his birthday.
I don't know if it's today. I know it's this week.
No, it's today. It's today. I saw it on the socials. So yeah, happy birthday, Coach. Is that it? That all the team we covered? We got it. We just talked to Coach McDonald, but Lynn English, 3-game winning streak. Once again, Shane Knowlton, Xavier Beauchamp played really well. But the most impressive thing about the Bulldogs right now, granted, they gave up 30 points, but they only gave up 8 in the second half. And that secondary, Coach McDonald is starting 5 freshmen on his defense. I think 4 in the secondary. Like I said, those guys are starting to be really, really more comfortable in the varsity play and the varsity speed, and it seems like they have an understanding of the game, and things have really, really slowed down for them.
Yeah, the fact that the second half was better than the first half, and they were able to execute defensively, I think that says a lot about the coaching staff, because when teams show up in the first half, it's unpredictable. You don't know necessarily what they're going to do. But then you're able to make adjustments and see where things are coming from, what's happening here, what's happening there. So I think that says a lot about the coaching staff and the players for executing. And overall, congratulations to English. Some of their top players are getting recognition they deserve, which is very nice. And as a team, more importantly, they are putting together a little winning streak here. So I'm excited for Friday evening and hoping to make it 4.
Of note, Coach talked about the points they get, but they also created 3 turnovers. They created 2 in the first quarter that gave them a 14-0 lead, a lead that they never relinquished, and then they got another one at the end with an interception. So those 2 turnovers that they created in the first quarter pretty much gave them that edge that they needed, because they were able to capitalize and score each time off those turnovers.
Absolutely, and good teams do that. I just think anytime you can execute and make plays, that's going to be the difference. And what they've been doing the last few weeks is very effective. And I think emotionally you can tell on the team too. I think it's like Coach said, there are a lot of young players, a lot of inexperienced players, freshmen. So the fact that they can see, plays happen in front of them and the confidence starting to form, very impressed with the turnovers, like you said.
You will be at Manning on Friday?
Should be, yep.
Yeah.
And
who's going to be there Saturday?
Also looking forward. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Who's going to be there Saturday? Mark going to be there Saturday?
Someone's going to be there Saturday. I'm also looking forward to the Lynn Police First Fire game.
Oh, yeah, that's Saturday.
Tech.
Yeah.
So we'll be at that one, too. So looking forward to it. A little plug, check out itemlive.com for coverage of all these things.
What time does that game start?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock? Alrighty. I might drop in for a little bit. I got a football game later that day, but I think I'm gonna drop in after the game at Manning. All right, make sure you go read Joey's new latest, and they got their picks coming out tomorrow. Are you in the lead yet?
I'm in third place out of 4, so I need,
Louise, you
need some work done.
Oh my gosh, you just keep dropping on dropping.
I know. I don't know what's going on. My record's not bad. I'm 33-17, but
Yeah.
Mark Boyan and Anne-Marie Tobin are very sharp right now.
Yeah. Oh, lastly, before we get you out of here, I have to ask you about a boxing question. Boots Ennis fought over the weekend, and my initial reaction to that was, yeah. I saw the replay, but what are your thoughts on that fight? And can he fight somebody of importance though? Can he go and schedule a fight with someone of importance? Because this fight wasn't it.
My first thought, even though it's kind of a no-name opponent, I think boxing people know who he was, Lima, but casuals probably didn't. And he definitely did what he was supposed to do, but he still executed. And then the second thing I thought was that I want to see him fight Virgil Ortiz. He called him out in the ring post-fight, and I think that's just perfect. I mean, he's 34-0 now, Boots Ennis. It's either 34 or 35, and he's done what he's supposed to do against everybody. But now I think it's time for him to fight Virgil. I'm sure he wants to. It's probably just on the promoters at this point. So let's see. Jaron Ennis is fun to watch, and I know Philadelphia loves to watch him fight.
Yeah, I guess. But we want to see him. We want to see him fight. We want to see him fight the guys. That's all. That's all. We want to see him fight the guys. I mean, y'all get Pedro's thoughts on this fight right when we film after the whistle. He'll give us his thoughts on that. But yeah, Joey, appreciate it. Make sure y'all go follow Joey and check out the latest on Item Live and Item Sports to what they got going on over there. But yeah, that's Joey from the Item, folks. We'll be back next week. We only got a couple more weeks left in this regular season.
Can't wait. It's coming down to the wire, and we're having fun. Hope the players, coaches are too.
Yeah, it's getting cold. I'm Mukala and Joey. That's Joey Barrett. You guys been watching the Plus One interview. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen.